So you
I
came
don't
here.
mind. You know, it's the truth. What you're fighting for the truth. I came here back in 1972, December 28, 1972, as a student. I was then married to a student. So I came on a F2 visa. He was on an F1. In those days, you couldn't work legally. You can be here, go to school, that's okay. Um, I babysat. I did all the menial tasks there was to be done: house clean, house sat, dog sat, all whatever was necessary to do to stay here. I did. We had our child. In those days, having a United States citizen, you can apply for a green card based on the fact that your baby was born here in those days. That quickly changed. And so from that, we were able to get our green card, then worked on our citizenship. As a green card holder, I got my first job working in an insurance company. I worked from the ground up because I had no experience. I made coffee, I dusted, I filed, and I worked myself up in the company. It was a family-owned business. I was the only minority, but there were wonderful group of people who gave me a chance to show that I can do something. I became an insurance agent. From making coffee to an insurance agent, I was able to sell insurance. I worked there for 12 years, and then I had a desire to open my own business. My employers were so proud of me. Even the people I house cleaned for and babysat for said they saw the potential that I had, and I grew my business from scratch. When I took over, it was 4 walls and a concrete floor. I built everything and opened it as mailboxes, etc. I found out with time and experience that the royalty was taking all the money away from me. I was working for them and the landlord, and I wasn't making any money. So I bravely said I wanted out. I wanted to go independent. And I was happy I did it. Some people were negative. They said, "Oh, Mary, your business is going to go down the drain. Who knows about Mary? They know about mailboxes, etc." But I stayed positive. I gave it a name, which is Postal Center and more. And I grew to have my business for 23 years. From coming here with a little suitcase and no green card, no family. And now it's back to square one. It's like I'm starting over. Except my credit is ruined. I had excellent credit, no work experience in the United States, but for heaven's sake, I had a chance to build.
So you came for the American dream.
Yes. And I had it. I was able to own my own business, which felt great. And then I bought my home. And I had my 85-year-old mother living with me since 2000. And then I bought a home to be able to have my sister and my very, very ill brother-in-law. So the home had to be large enough to accommodate all of us. Very, very comfortably. Why am I losing it now?
So when did things change?
2008, 2009. And within those 2 years, I was in hospital 9 times. And in 2011, 5 times and 5 surgeries, 5 long stays. for every hospitalization. And so there's where the deterioration started with my health, my business, and losing my home more rapidly.
So your business started going downhill with the crash of the economy. In
The
2008.
economy and the internet, both.
Do you think that your health deteriorated as a result of the business going downhill? Do you think it was related?
I think it was greatly related because of the anxiety and the stress on a daily basis. When the unknown is a lot more difficult to deal with. When you know something, you can work at it. When you don't know, there's nothing to work at. You're constantly anxious.
So what was the progress? I mean, the process with your house. How did it start? What was the first? You went to the bank for
A loan modification. And I supplied them with everything they requested, which was your income taxes for 2 years, your bank statements for 6 months, your hardship letter, and the reason why you were applying. And I applied proactively. And each time I inquired, I was told it's in review. Then the reviews changed to, we haven't received your income taxes. We haven't received your bank statements. We haven't received your hardship letter.
So after confirming they'd received it and were reviewing it, suddenly they didn't have the papers anymore?
Right. It suddenly all disappeared into thin ice. And then came a denial letter saying I was not in default. Okay, I was doing this proactively because I saw my health deteriorating, because the economy was taking a toll. I did not wait. I asked for help.
Right, and they denied you.
And they denied me. And
what happened next?
They started the foreclosure proceedings rapidly. And then my first attorney was disbarred because he was fighting for the homeowners. I don't know if you ever saw his picture and his stories in the papers and on the internet. It was Michael Pines. And when somebody was thrown out of their homes, he would get a locksmith with the family and move them back in. And so the California State Bar disbarred him for that.
Oh.
He was fighting for us.
Oh.
They didn't like it at all because there was no Occupy at the time. So they disbarred him. And all the money I paid him, over $15,000, went down the drain.
Oh my goodness.
And then I went to another attorney, somebody I knew, who was a customer of mine, Miss Denise Fitzgerald. And she filed a Chapter 11 for me. The papers were filed erroneously, and I asked that the case be dismissed based on the erroneous filing. The court saw that. The judge demanded that she return the money. He disgorged her fees. He gave her a date and time and a reason for returning my money, which was $8,500 and $1,000 plus for filing fees, a total of over $10,000. But she had to return $8,500, which was her fees, and she never did. She filed every document she could to oppose it, and in the last analysis, She filed for bankruptcy, Chapter 7, which I was just notified about a week or two ago, that all debtors are completely, her debts are discharged.
So you're never getting your money back from
No.
her now.
No,
Right. So you hired 2 lawyers that didn't work out.
to my
The one really tried, but he ended up getting disbarred.
exactly
And then the other one,
took my money and ran.
oh my goodness.
And my question is, how can an attorney, I did file a complaint with the state bar. Why isn't an attorney in California carrying errors and omission insurance? As a notary public, I have to carry errors and omission. As a life insurance agent, I have to carry errors and omission and pay for these insurance premiums. An attorney in California is not carrying errors and omission. That's my big question. Why? How can she be allowed to file a Chapter 7 and take our money and run?
Right. So we need to get somebody to follow up on that case. I mean, I'm hoping that Carlos is going to have the ability to help follow up and figure out how to get justice in that, and just retroactively, nothing else.
You know, I mean,
Well, can't the bank, now that you are, or once you did get into default, couldn't the bank do the modification then?
No, they just rapidly moved with that foreclosure proceedings. Rapidly.
So they never gave you a chance to get a
Nope.
modification,
Nope.
just taking the house.
No. Yeah. The house was more important.
Thank you for sharing your story with us, Mary.
You're very welcome.
We're going to do everything we can to help you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.